Hello everybody and welcome to the HTFRA 90s Are All That Cup Series. We're here live at Talladega Super Speedway for the Winston 500. Starting on the pole today, it is the 51 of Jacob Cook. On the outside is the 4 of Dylan Young. Starting third is the 98 of Maxwell Clockworth, and fourth is the 73 Leo Walker. Fifth is the 9 of Chris Kyle, and sixth is the 12 of Ben Cannon. Seventh is the 33 of Dakota Erickson, and eighth is the 0 of Austin Ogo. Ninth is the 20 Michael White, and rounding out the top 10, the 2 of Shane Ray. And now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports. And you see P2 way below, but oh well. There's the Walker below. Low.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cars are rolling off the track. Here we go, folks. Talladega, the infamous super speedway. And wow, so funny that TA2 drivers are on the very last row. But no, you never know what's going to happen at Talladega, so I would not count them out of the race just for their starting position. But oh well. Aside from that, the 51 of Jacob Cook will lead the field 25 laps here at Sonoma. Here we go, man. We're at the original configuration of Sonoma. By the way, we're at the original Talladega configuration. We've raced here, and it's been wild races, and well, the 90s cars probably better fit here at the old Talladega, so why not? 25 laps, folks. There's going to be a lot of short super speedway racing at super speed. And the green flag is out, and Talladega is underway. Look at them going 3 to 4 wide already. Oh wow, Leo Walker on the high side. Yikes. And now here comes the 9 of Chris Kyle. He's going for the third spot as well. Uh-oh, Xavier Livingston. Oh boy, like Xavier Livingston was right on the apron. I don't know what's going on with his car. And there's a wreck below with Chris Kyle. A big one has happened just as we cut to Livingston. Oh man, a lot of drivers involved. And Livingston is back up on the track, so I don't think it was a problem with the car. I think he just didn't take it too well. And who's going to lead to the stripe? It's Dylan Young or Maxwell Clockworth. It's Clockworth. It's Clockworth leading to the stripe. Wow, 4 drivers on that line only. Wow, that wreck must have been very big. Just as we were about to cut with Xavier Livingston about a problem with him probably at the pits, which turns out that he was just pushed down the apron. This wreck happens. There you see the 20. The 33 is the one who spun the 9. There's Madison Denhart. Everyone is held up on that line. The 57, Matt Taylor, is hit. Wow, a lot of drivers hit with the big one here on turn 3, I think. The 1 and 33 have spun out as well. The 8 has spun out. And there's another pile up back with Andre Cave, David Rochester, Shane Ray. Oh boy. Big wreck below. And some of the drivers have to go in the grass to avoid it, especially George Rourke. George Rourke had to go to the grass to avoid that one. And, wow, that was a big one. Well, there were drivers that escaped, but, wow, I thought there was not much. To be honest, I thought there was not much, because that looked like a huge wreck. And everyone is taking pit stops at this point. They really don't want to take a chance at this point. And they just, well, might as well pit right now. And I think I see one staying out, but I'm not sure if he will be projected as the leader. Let's see if I could get a good view of who stayed out. It's a white one, and no, it's pace car. Oh, it's the pace car. Pace car stayed out for the lap, so everyone's pitting virtually. Virtually everyone is pitting. We got a good view from the pits here in the spectator cam. It's really cool view. and also has a good view of the start-finish line. And Maxwell Clockworth got out of the pits first. There's Clockworth out of the pits first, and then Mac Dixon follows, and then it's Austin Ogo, Rod Houston, and Luke Walker. And Jacob Cook and Dylan Young didn't get really good pit stops. They are dropping back. They dropped a lot of positions, and Dylan Young had to slow down a bit to allow the other cars to pass by him for some reason. Either that was intentional or unintentional, or must have had a problem or a penalty or something, but Dylan Young was not happy about his pit stop. And we just got word Corey Decker and Eli Sachs, the points leader, Eli Sachs, has retired from the race. It's going to be a big dip in the points for Eli. And with only a 15-point lead, it might not be big. Matt Taylor, Shane Ray, Madison Denhart, Chris Kyle, Dakota Erickson, Sam Young, Slick Flickinger, Chris Grant, and Ralph Mason. Other drivers that have retired. Don't know about Brad Johnson. He's between there. No, Brad Johnson's back on the lead lap. And there's Ben Cannon, I think. He might have been back on the lead lap. Yeah, they just barely survived. Tough day for Eli Sachs in 31st, though. He was the points leader coming into Talladega, and I'm not sure if he'll hold on to the points after this race. It's a very short season. We only have about 6 races left after Talladega. About 6 races, I think, are left after Talladega. So it's not much races left. And now we're going to get to green as Clockworth is going to lead us to the green. And only 29 drivers are on the lead lap, almost half the field. Green is out. Actually, that's 3/4 of the field are left. 3/4 of the field are left, so a lot of drivers left. But it's still early in the race. And here comes and now the green is out again, and Maxwell Clockworth is looking to hold on here for his second one of the season. He won at North Wilkesboro earlier in the season. Rod Houston getting a big bump from the front of bump drafting, but now it's Bill Flickinger going to try to make a move. The 94. That's Matt Dixon. I thought that was the other Flickinger, and I just saw some people spin. Is there a caution? Yes, there's a caution, and they'll be racing to the line. Rod Houston has the bottom. Dixon's going to avoid that one, and Maxwell Clockworth is going to lead to the stripe again. And that was a close race for second. That was 94. Matt Dixon hangs on for second. And a caution came out, I think, here for David Rochester. Oh, there was a spin in the back? Yeah, kind of. So here's what happened with David Rochester. The 22 clips the 7. And there's Alex Ragu taking him with him. Leia Walker gets a piece as well. The 7, and then the 1 is also hit as well. They spin out here. And the full spin, and that was enough for a caution. There was another wreck back there with Kyle Livingston. There was Theo Stiegel. There's Ben Cannon. They all get held up back there, and they spin each other out. That was another spin. That might have been the real cause of the caution. No, not really. Wow. And is there anybody going to be taking pit stops at this point? And Clockworth is taking the pit stop again. And so is Luke Walker, but Matt Dixon is staying out, and he'll be the leader unless if he does pit on the next lap. So I'm not sure how Clockworth and Walker, not sure why these guys are pitting again, even if they pitted a while ago, but I guess that's how their strategy works. And only Ben Cannon, David Rochester, Alex Ragu, and Jacob Lawler, all 4 drivers from the second caution, have retired. Don't know about the other drivers, but we'll see. Matt Dixon, he is staying out on this lap, and Matt Dixon is going to be the leader. So he's hoping that pit strategy works out at the end. And he's not going to be pitting. I don't think he'll be pitting at this point. And so we're going to get back under green here. Matt Dixon's going to lead us to the stripe. And the green flag is out again here at Talladega. And Rod Houston getting second away. Pichu's coming up quick too, though. Here they come to that straight turn. Clockworth trying to make a comeback after pitting early on the restart. He's hoping the strategy pays off. Now the 5 Rod Houston is second. And there you see the battle duo between Pichu and Bob Fergus. Once again in the top 5. Here comes Bob Fergus. He has the preferred line. And off to the second turn. And the one who's going to be at the stripe is Rod Houston. Wow, that was close. And now Bob Fergus is eyeing for the lead. He's getting help from the 18. The other slim fast machine of George Rourke. There's Rod Houston losing a ton of spots because he's on the high side. But here comes Bob Fergus in the 43. Here he comes, battling for the lead. And he's got the lead away from the 94. He's getting help from the 0 of Austin Ogo. Bill Flickinger, 90, is also having help. There's the 66 Abbey Sachs. Seen him a lot before. He's had some great finishes this series so far. His brother Eli retired. He's looking to win for his brother. 3-wide battle for the lead. Bob Fergus got it at the stripe. Oh no, Bob Fergus didn't get at the stripe. It was Bill Flickinger. Wow, Bill Flickinger took the lead away from Fergus on that turn. Wow, what a move. And Flickinger has a ton of space behind the drivers. He has a big lead. But I would not say it would be for long, though. These drivers are racing hard. Oh, boy. And there's this 21 Xavier Livingston having a butt as the preferred line. He's going for second. He's choosing to pit. I think he's pitting. And some drivers are pitting. They are pitting at this point. And I think Clockworth was, I think the 90 was one of them that pitted. Yes, it was. He was one of them that pitted. So he has to pit. And now Ogo has the lead. Not sure if he will pit at this point with 11-12 laps to go. It's likely, though. Luke Walker in second now. And there's Bob Fergus third. Pichu fourth. And there's Matt Dixon back in the top 5. And now Luke Walker looks to have a little bit of a lead. But I'm not sure if he will have it for long as the others are pitting. And I think the ones on the bottom are pitting. Luke Walker already pitted on below. And there's Ogo. I think Ogo's pitting, and they're pitting. They are pitting at this point. So those guys are pitting. 11 to go for Luke Walker, though I would not count on that lead being long. I don't know if it's going to last, though. It's almost a 2-second lead at Talladega, but I would not be surprised if Luke Walker chooses to pit the next lap. Meanwhile, we got a battle for second spot here with the 5 Rod Houston, and there's the 4 Dylan Young. There's Maxwell Clockworth. There's the 10 Sky Commons. And I think Luke Walker might be going down for pit stops. And there's the lap car Abbey Sachs, and no, he's not going down for pits. He's going to be held up by other drivers. The caution is out, though. So Luke Walker will have a lead with 10 to go, and the caution is out, and he avoids Abbey Sachs, holding him up. But already a second of him had vanished from the lead already. Imagine if the next lap was not a caution. Wow. So lucky break for Luke Walker, though, but, well, he probably would have been held up by these other drivers' lapped cars. Not quite sure what the caution was out for, but let's check the pace car and see what happened back there. See when did this caution take place. waiting for the word. Everyone's pits. And lights were out back there, and oh wow, there's the caution. There it was, Justin Alan Smith. There it was back here around the field. Rod Houston was clipped by the 6, and then Alan Smith gets clipped by Madoka Suge. The 20 of Michael White clips into the 27. They both spin out on that turn, and wow. That was like, that was big. Michael White spins, and that was the caution. And they were just getting out of the pits when the caution came out. Wow. Back to the line, and Rod Houston's in the pits. Luke Walker gives up the lead. He does pit. And who will be the leader to the stripe? Not quite on. I'm not quite sure. There's Rod Houston. The others are pitting, and I'm not sure if these guys are leaders. Oh no, Ryan McLemore is being projected as the leader. Wow, surprise! Ryan McLemore is being projected as the leader. And Michael White has just retired. Ben Cannon has just retired as well. Kyle Livingston, they've also retired. No, Rod Houston, I think. Wait a minute. Let's see at the strike. Who's the leader? It's Ryan McLemore. Ryan McLemore's the leader, and Rod Houston is in 22nd. He shouldn't even be in the lead in front of the field, but apparently that's how probably it's set up. So it's going to be a huge, interesting final dash to the stripe. And now the one in second has changed. The others might have just pitted. And now it's Sky Commons in second. Yep, some drivers pitted. I think there'll be 6 to go when they hit the stripe. And there, yeah, 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go at Talladega. It'll be very interesting with Rod Houston, a lapped car in front. The real leader is the 15 of Ryan McLemore. Then it's Sky Commons. Then the 97 of Andre Cave. Then George Rourke and Bob Fergus make up your top 5. It'll be very interesting how this will be raced. Green flag is out again here at Talladega, and I think the 15, he's trying to go on the high side of past Houston. We'll see if that is a good move. And it is a good move. He makes it work on the high side, or does he? And he does make it work on the high side, and he's using the 5 as leverage. Great strategy for Ryan McLemore. We have not talked about him all day, and now a spin, and the 90 spins out. And yet there was no caution. No caution. The 90 spun out. That's Bill Flickinger, yet there was no caution. I'm surprised there was not a caution waving for that spin. And now McLemore has the lead, but Sky Commons has just passed the 5. And now the caution is out with 5 to go. I wonder if they're going to have one more lap at Talladega. We will see here. McLemore leads to the stripe. And the caution, I think, yeah, there was another serious wreck with Leia Walker. There might have been another serious wreck with Leia. And there was. So here's what happened. I'm not sure why Maxwell Clockworth would get up that quick out of Leia Walker and slam her in the wall, but wow, that was an unsportsmanlike move there by the 98. Yikes. Just got out of the pits somehow and then goes back up very heavy, very hard on the 73, and then, man, I don't know. I really don't know why he made that move. And one more thing, let's go back to Bill Flickinger's spin. He got spun. He got dumped by the 0 of Austin Ogo right there. And I guess that did not cause a caution because it happened on the infield grass. And they thought that no one was going to be involved in the 90, but I probably would have put out a caution out just to be on the safe side, but he did get back up to speed, so I guess that was a reason. Let's see if any one of them pit, and they might not make it on fuel. And Macklemore still has enough fuel to make it in, so we'll see how much fuel he'll need in order to make a to keep the lead. And we'll see if there is going to be a one-lap shootout. We'll see if we're going to go back under green. .24. I think we're going to go back under green. And we are going to go back under green here. A one-lap shootout at Talladega. No one is... Well, the top three are virtually in contention as Bob Burgers was held up by the 5. Green and white flag around with 1 to go at Talladega. Who will win it? Still Ryan Macklemore hanging on over Sky Commons. Can Commons have enough time to make a move? Will George Rourke be able to help him out? He's going on the bottom now. The other drivers are catching up to the 15. They're 3 wide battling. Sky Commons trying to use the high side to his advantage. There's beating and banging below. And on the bottom, Ryan Macklemore has the preferred line. And here they come to the stripe off final turn. And I think it might be over. And Ryan Macklemore might have hanged on for the win. And he will. Ryan Macklemore wins at Talladega. Luke Walker will get second. Wow, what a close finish. And Ryan Macklemore wins here at Talladega. What a finish, folks. And Sky Commons came up short, finishing in 4th. Avi Sachs was 3rd, Pichu 5th, Xavier Livingston 6th, Justin Talonpass 7th, Jacob Cook 8th, George Rourke 9th, and Bob Ferguson 10th. And here are your rest of the field. And wow, what a race by Ryan Macklemore, getting the win here at Talladega. And after 6 events, the points leader is now Pichu. Somehow it's Pichu with the points lead. But even if he does hang on to the points lead at the end, he might not be eligible to win the title. So, forgot to mention that TA2 drivers are ineligible to win the title. So, the de facto leader would be Avi Sachs, but it's only 5 points behind Pichu. Eli Sachs falls behind and 8 points behind. Macklemore 4th, Taylor 5th. Phil Fickinger 6th, Bob Fergus 7th, Sky Commons 8th, Matt Dixon 9th, Michael White in 10th. And here's the drivers 21st and below. And here we go. Next race will be at the old Lowe's Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600. We're at the classic Lowe's Motor Speedway, folks, so it's going to be really good racing there. So I'll see you guys later.